All right, started the demolition of the 6.0 Bronco. I'll show you a few things I've done here since I got it apart a little bit. Everything from the Super Duty is mounted in here. The power steering canister, condenser, all the radiators, windshield washer fluid, the vacuum canister, and the vacuum pump, which is mounted to the inner fender well, just like the Super Duty is. I did have to cut the front of the frame down to fit the bumper up tight. I made custom brackets that are adjustable to support the bumper. These are the plates I built for the bumper itself, because the original ones are right in line with the frame, so I went on the outside of the frame. This is actually a lot stronger than what the OBS brackets and everything is, by far. The condenser obviously just fits. When it's all together, I got the bumper trimmed. I mean, this is all trimmed out to fit, and the grill is trimmed out, and you don't notice it when it's together. So I'm going to keep tearing into this and show you some more along the way. Alright, now that I got the bezel off and the condenser out, you can see I fit Mishmuto radiators in here. We have the transmission, hydro boost, power steering, and the intercooler, and obviously the coolant radiator. What I did is I cut the core support out of the Super Duty, and I cut a OEM original core support, and I kind of integrated the OBS into the bottom half of the Super Duty. If you ever try to do this, if you're doing the Mishmuto or any aftermarket radiators, don't build it around the factory radiators, because the aftermarket ones seem to fit a little different. So I had to redo everything after the Mishmuto stuff came in, and I tried to fit it. It all fit different. So they're a lot bigger. So yeah. Now off to the next step. Alright, on this core support, I had to notch this all out so I can get the radiator as far forward as I could, and for mounting the top of the intercooler. I also had to convert over to the Super Duty hood latch and modify the hood. So I roughed that in. It works well. I'll clean it up a bit. The reason why I had to go with the Super Duty latch is because the OBS one sits down too far, and it was going to interfere with the intercooler. Alright, I got most of the front end kind of tore apart. I want to take the battery out, but I better take and remove these first before I have no power, so I can extend them down. Alright, I'm going to remove these steps, but first I'll run you through what I did. Took and I welded a plate to the inside of the rocker. I did have to modify the brackets a little bit. I had to do some shaving on the amp steps themselves. Then I ran some gussets up off of the brackets to the body. I welded a pad. The top bolts thread into the plate, and the bottom bolts are threaded into the bracket. I ended up modifying these. I had to put a rubber bushing inside of here, so when they come up, they don't smack so hard, and they clear the chassis, because it's a pretty tight fit. They don't make these steps for these trucks, so I jumped on them. They don't budge. They do not move one bit. It's amazing with these gussets I put in here, how good of a job that did. It'll hold a pretty big dude. The owner of the Bronco isn't a big guy, but you never know. He did like the steak sandwiches here up north. He said all they had was chicken sandwiches down south, so yeah, it could happen. So better be safe than sorry. And just like that, 8 bolts later, they are off. That's all it takes. And the plug hanging. Alright, I got the front end ripped apart. These 6.0s are kind of a pain in the ass to work on the Super Duty, but on these OBSs, you can get at everything perfectly. I got the core support out. It's you know, one piece like the OBS should be. I'll do some kind of minor touch-ups to this thing, and then it's ready to get blasted and painted. I just got a package in the mail today. Got some piping here. Yeah, that should be pretty cool. Actually not. That's not cool. I'll show you what's cool. Now this here is cool. Straight from Washington. RK Titanium. Guy named Rob. Does a lot of work in BMWs. I'm assuming anything turboed or anything that needs a pipe or anything with titanium. The intake is going to get done with this. The whole exhaust is going to be titanium on here. And whatever else he's going to try to make out of titanium for this thing. So sure is pretty. I gotta do that to mine now. Damn it. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I'm gonna call her a night. And till next time. Over and out.